Praise God. I'm Pastor David A. Shaw of Monument of Hope and Deliverance, where hope, and I do mean hope, changes everything. We are continuing forth in our reading out of the book of Exodus, chapter 21 and chapter 22. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. If thou buy a Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and the 7th he shall go out free for nothing. If he come in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master had given him a wife, and she have borne him sons and daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will go out free, then his master shall bring him into the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, and unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through all, and he shall serve him forever. If a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out as a manservant. If she please not her master, who hath betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed. To sell her unto the strange nation, he shall have no power, seeing he hath dealt deceitfully with her. And if we have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage, shall he not diminish? And if he do not these three unto her, then shall he go out free without money? He that smiteth a man so that he die shall surely be put to death. And if a man lie not in wait, but God deliver him into the hands, then I will appoint thee a place whither he shall flee. But if a man come presumptuously upon his neighbor to slay him with gall, thou shalt take him from mine altar, and he may die. And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall be surely put to death. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he that found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. And he that curseth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. And if a man strive together, and one smite another with a stone or his fist, and he die not, but keepeth his bed, if he rise again and walk abroad upon his staff, and then shall thee smote him by quite, only he will pay for the close of his time, and shall cause him to be thoroughly healed. And if a man smite his servant or his maid with a rod, and he die under his hand, he shall be surely punished. Notwithstanding, if he continue to day or two, he shall not be punished, for he is his money. If men strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follow, he shall be surely punished according to his woman's husband's while lay upon him. And he shall pay, the judges determine. And if any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. And if a man smite the eye of his servant, or the eye of his maid, that it perish, he shall let him go free for his eye's sake. And if he smite out his manservant's tooth, or his maidservant's tooth, he shall let him go free for his tooth's sake. If an ox gore a man or woman, that they die, and the ox shall be surely stoned, and his flesh shall not be eaten, but the owner of the ox shall be quite. But if the ox were walked to push with his horn in his time past, and it hath been tested to his owner, and he not keep him in, but he that hath killed a man or a woman, and an ox be stoned, and his owners shall also be put to death. If there be laid on him a sum of money, then he shall give for the ransom of his life whatsoever is laid up upon him, whether he have gored a son or have gored a daughter, according to his judgment shall it be done unto him. If the ox shall push the manservant or the maidservant, he shall give unto their master 30 shekels of silver, and the ox shall be stoned. And if a man shall open a pit, or if a man shall dig a pit and not cover it, and an ox or an ass fall therein, and the owner of the pit shall make it good, and give money unto the owner of them, and the dead beast shall be his. And if a man ox hurt another's, that he die, then they shall sell the ox and divide the money of it, and the dead ox also they shall divide. Or if it be dead that the ox hath used to push in time past, then his owner hath not kept him in, he shall surely pay ox for ox, and the dead shall be his own. Chapter 22. If a man shall steal an ox or a sheep, and kill it, or sell it, he shall restore 5 ox for an ox, and 4 sheep for a sheep. If a thief be found breaking up, and be smitten, and he die, there shall no blood be shed for him. If the sun be risen upon him, there shall be no blood shed for him, for he should make full restitution. If he have nothing, then he shall be sold for his theft. If the theft be certainly found in his hand, alive, whether it be an ox or an ass or sheep, he shall restore double. If a man shall cause a field or vineyard to be eaten, and shall put in his beast, and shall feed in another man's field, or the best beast, or his own field, and the best of his own vineyard, shall he make restitution. If fire break out and catch in thorns, so that the stalk of corn and the standing corn or the field be consumed therewith. He that kindled the fire shall surely make restitution. If a man shall deliver unto his neighbor money or stuff to keep, and it be stolen out of a man's house, if the thief be found, let him pay double. If the thief be not found, then the master of the house shall be brought unto the judges to see whether to have put his hand into the neighbor's goods. For all manner of trespass, whether it be ox for ass, or sheep for raiment, or any other, or lost thing, which another challenges to be his, to cause the booth or the both parties shall come before the judges, and whom the judges shall condemn, he shall pay double unto the neighbor. If a man deliver unto his neighbor an ass, or an ox, or a sheep, or a beast to keep, and it die, or be hurt, or driven away, no man seeing it, then shall an oath of the Lord be between them both, and he hath not put his hand unto his neighbor's goods, and the owner of it shall be accept thereof, and he shall not make it good. And if it be stolen for him, and he shall take restitution unto his owner thereof. If it be torn into pieces, then let it bring it to the witness, and he shall not make good that which was torn. If a man borrow aught of his neighbor, and he be hurt or die, and the owner thereof be not with it, he shall surely make it good. But if the owner thereof be with it, he shall not make it good. If he be with the hired thing, it came for his hire. And if a man entice a maid that is not brought betrothed, and lay with her, he shall surely dow her to be his wife. If her father utterly refuses to give her unto him, he shall pay money according to the dowry of virgins. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Whosoever lieth with the beast shall surely be put to death. He that sacrifices unto any god, save unto the Lord only, he shall be utterly destroyed. Thou shalt neither vex a stranger nor oppress him, for ye are strangers in the land of Egypt. Ye shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. If thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry out all unto him, I will surely hear their cry, and my wrath will wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword. And your wives shall be the widows, and your children fatherless. If thou lend money to any of my people that is poor by thee, thou shalt not be to him as an usurer, neither shalt thou lay upon him usury. If thou at all take ye neighbor's remnant to pledge, thou shalt deliver it unto him by that of the sun goeth down. For that is his covering only. It is a remnant for his skin, wherein shalt in sheep sleep. And it shall come to pass, when it crieth unto me, and I will hear, for I am gracious. Thou shalt not revile the gods, nor curse the ruler of thy people. Thou shalt not delay an offering the first of thy ripe fruits, and of thy liquors. The firstborn of the sons shalt thou give unto me. Likewise shalt thou do with thine oxen, and with thy sheep. 7 days it shall be with his dam. And the 8th day thou shalt give it to me. And ye shall be holy men unto me. Neither shall ye eat any flesh that is torn of beasts in the field. Ye shall cast it to the dogs. That concludes my reading out of the book of Exodus, verses 21 and 22 of the book of Exodus. Thank you.